I've called this video, at least until I find a title for it, The Agony and the Ecstasy, seeing beyond the polarity, the duality. So let me read this and then I'll speak to it. The agony and the ecstasy. The recognition that all things rise and fall, come and go. An endless parade of appearances. Who sees this? What are these eyes? Are they mine or the eyes of God that I have made claim to? And then this poem. The agony of existence, fraught with hardship and suffering, pain, loss and grief. The ecstasy of existence, blessed with love, joy and the sheer wonder of being alive for a moment in eternity. There is only this great embrace of light and dark, and how we walk in this duality. In the I am, we see there is no separation, only an endless parade of appearances. Speaks to many things, I think. Both the maturity of including everything on the journey, to stop navigating or veering towards the tendency to chop everything up into good and bad, into light and dark, into wanted and unwanted, because, as it points out, the nature of appearances, the nature of phenomena, the nature of form, and by form I mean everything, from a thought to a cloud to a mountain, to an emotion, to a feeling, to you, to me, to the sun, the earth, all things, the universe will eventually expire. Everything is subject to form's movement. And so, knowing that, why do we attach so much to something that is impermanent? Because we're habituated to, because that's what we know. That's our survival nature. That's our possessive nature. That's our separation nature, which also has a place. I think we might be too busy on the spiritual path trying to get rid of everything. And I talk about emptying, of course. We do talk about stripping away. Emptying is the most powerful thing we can do on the spiritual path. By emptying and getting rid of everything, getting rid of the negative stuff, the bad stuff, is really a hiding to nothing, because all things come and all things go. So if we just fight with everything, if we just fight with duality, it's a fruitless fight. And if we just cling hold of the good waves, the good clouds, the good thoughts, the good feeling, without recognizing that good feelings, good thoughts, good waves, good clouds also just pass, and replaced maybe by a stormy feeling, a storm cloud, a pains in the body, some insult that comes to our being, some trouble. One day it's good, the next day not so good. And this is the nature of things. The nature of things is impermanence. So maturity says, include everything. Don't be so quick to split it all up. Include everything. Wisdom says the same. Wisdom says, I see, the eye that sees. The eye that sees is impersonal in many ways. Before it becomes personal, before it becomes me, before it becomes me and my preferences, to see with that eye, that awareness is a grace, because it allows a deeper equanimity and a great relief, quite frankly, a great relief to see that form is endlessly moving. The wave comes, the wave goes. I am that, I am not that. Both, I am that. I am that wave, I am not that wave. And to rest in not needing for those two statements of truth to be at odds with each other. Is it possible to be both? Is it possible to be both? Is it possible to embrace the dark and the light, the ecstasy, the agony, the suffering, the joy, the beauty, the horror? Not from a cold place, but from a beautiful place within us. Surely this is a kind of maturity. But the human life is wounded. The human life is fraught with suffering. Joy arises, suffering arises. The human experience is precarious. We're born into this life. Why? Why is it this life and not that life? Why is it this life filled with pain? Why have I been born into a terrible place filled with trouble? And why have I been born into a beautiful place filled with joy and love? We don't know. There's no way of working it out. There is only a way of whatever it is. However you have arisen, the you that has arisen, to know that you that has arisen with grace and humility, and to see that actually you're not so different from the one born over there in war-torn, terrible places. It's the same me. It's the same arising. We're not so different from each other. None of us. The deeper you go, the more you realize that the I am is manifesting as each one, as each being, because it can, because it does. There's no way of understanding why it does. But, this recognition of both the duality, the suffering and the joy, and the impermanence of all things, brings a deep humility, brings us to a silence and a grace within. And that's a maturity. That's a place from which we can offer the depth of love. The agony of existence, fraught with hardship and suffering, pain, loss and grief. The ecstasy of existence, blessed with love, joy, and the sheer wonder of being alive for a moment in eternity. There is only this great embrace of light and dark, and how we walk in this duality. In the I am, we see there is no separation, only an endless parade of appearances. I am that. I am not that.